epic win that Jordan had, but now we have to change gears.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a little deep right there.
Was it? Did you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's good, I thought.
Yeah.
Dumbo and a. Is this thing making too much noise? That sound all right?
Good.
My
right.
sound went down after the intro. It may just be my phone.
Yeah, maybe. Week 14, so we got the college playoffs bracket, or not bracket, new rankings are just out. And then a couple of things y'all probably saw, but I thought would be neat to bring up. And then, of course, this weekend from Auburn, and we'll look at a few picks this week coming up. But let me pull this over here, and we can pull in the new rankings that just came out, in the last hour?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, last 15 minutes.
I got a notification like 10 seconds ago.
Yep. There we go. So that's what we were looking at it right before we came on, or hit record, like I say, before we came on. And there's the obvious issue. I don't like we were talking about, it's like they were trying to keep Bama close. And I will swear until the day I die that those games had happened, and there had to be a call made that said, hey, we can't let Auburn win this game, because the stuff that happened on that one drive was the god-awfulest thing. I mean, it was just phantom made-up calls. There's no way that was not some kind of planned thing. But you get as many SEC teams into the playoff as you can. I mean, that one where it was the offensive interference where the guy ran the wrong way.
Dude.
Unbelievable.
Oh my gosh! And the missed holding, the call before.
Yeah, the 2 plays back to back.
It was trash. It really started to feel like. The stadium was pissed. The stadium was super pissed.
Did you hear Hugh after the game said, "I'm not a fighter. I've never been as ready to fight as I was at that moment."
And the 8 false starts on the last drive of the game.
Yeah,
those are legit.
Yeah, that was every time that was making me mad, because every time Peyton would do what he was supposed to, somebody was jumping over and over again. He would check down like he was supposed to, and somebody on the offensive line would flinch. But it was the tiniest flinch in the whole world. But we did it like 8 times. We were drawing so much attention to that. But yeah, that stadium was pissed right then. But
that was wild.
That was crazy. I've never been at the end of it. By the time it was over, I didn't wear enough layers, so I was shivering. And then the nervous energy was there. I swear my back was cramping up all the way down my back. I was like, ugh. But man,
it was crazy. I don't know, man.
I don't know if we can. Huh?
You got to give Peyton his flowers, though.
They even say that KLS throw that I said I thought was a bad throw that came. No, they've been practicing that one.
I think to me, he made one bad throw, and it was the pick. I mean, the linebacker just read him the whole way. He rolled out right. The linebacker just rolled with him, and as soon as he threw it, he was there. But, that last drive of the game, he was in complete control.
It was
he was huge. And I know that, we don't like to see him run the ball, but there was a couple of huge, huge runs by him when he just put his shoulder down or picked up the big, he had that one that he ran up the gut. He laid it all out there.
He's not going to slide, though. He hasn't slid.
He doesn't slide.
He's
going to try and knock the crap out of somebody.
The only time I've ever seen him slide was against Missouri when he got rocked the play before.
But he left it all out there.
Yeah, that drive was incredible. It was like a whole different team, and especially him.
I don't understand why.
I don't think you can roll the clock back on that, man. I think that they that could be the team that we've been looking for the whole time that we can have this weekend. If we were doing anything different,
It's
It wasn't
100%
anything different.
the
It
team
just,
we're supposed to be.
yeah, it finally worked. It wasn't anything different. And I really think, maybe a hot take, that, well, maybe not really, that A&M's quarterback, Marcel,
Yeah.
is better than Milrow. I think we saw a better quarterback.
He's a better thrower than Milrow all day long.
Yeah, for
The
sure.
only thing Miller can do is
I don't-
run.
Bro,
But Milrow running's different. He's a different animal when he runs.
he is.
Yeah.
But if you make him throw, just like they did this past weekend, he's going to kill himself.
And
And
I
he's
think,
sure not going to tackle anybody.
No.
have y'all seen the tackle attempt?
No, my God. I've watched it just for pure joy about 1 billion times.
That was not an attempt.
No, that was self-sacrifice.
That was a dive in the dirt.
The Bama fans have turned on Milrow.
Oh, bad.
Like there are people accusing Alabama of racism.
Yes,
Like on the
I saw that.
message board saying that the only reason he's in there is because of the color of his skin.
Yeah.
It's like, how did we get here?
Dude,
Yikes.
I mean, that is the, I've been waiting for that because that
Yikes.
fan base was so fragile for years. People are just like, this is who we are. And it's not going to be, and this is going to be an amazing downfall.
A&M, that last drive, I was really confused by. We ran almost the same play the entire drive, where we had our tight end run a little flat route, threw it to him for an easy 10 yards every time. They just never picked it up.
They would run Fairweather in motion, and then he would go to the flat.
And they just
And
never
there was
got it.
actually on TV, they showed it. There was a couple of those plays that if he would have had a second longer, Cam was going to be wide open down the middle of the field because Cam was on that side.
Yeah.
And so when they covered Fairweather, Cam was wide open deep. And so they had to, it was almost like they found a string of plays that A&M wasn't covering properly, and they just took advantage of it right down the field.
Well, and that's what we were sitting up there high. So I love sitting up there where we were and watching it from there. And that last drive, I was telling him that, look, they're not going to let them substitute. Like they put this, these 11, they said, you're going in there and we're not stopping. And because if we don't stop, they can't get anybody out and we're going to run.
They were gassed.
And they were gassed by the time they got to the red zone.
Yeah.
It was
And
amazing.
then sitting up there high, it was so it's so cool to be there, but it's horrifying on defense because they had the same play. They ran it twice the entire game. They had a wheel route. It came so wide open both times they ran it down the sideline.
I love watching.
They put a tight end wheel route. It was so open every time. It was terrifying to watch.
I love sitting up there and watching those plays form in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's where Marcel struggles in his young age is
check down.
Going through the reads. I think he's a 1-2 guy and not a 1-2-3-4. I think he's just boom, boom, and then.
Anytime they put somebody in motion, by the time they snapped the ball, that guy was coming free down the field.
Yeah, he was never looking for him.
No, he wasn't, but he was from where we were sitting. I was like, oh my God, not again. But yeah, so all that comes back to Alabama being 13.
Look at it. Look at you talk about SEC bias. You can deny it all you want, but look at 13, 14, 15.
Mm-hmm.
They're setting it up to get that fourth SEC team in no matter what.
I just can't stand it.
Because Clemson's going to play SMU. One of them's out.
Well, Clemson's still got to play South Carolina.
Why not?
They got their. I'm saying they're sitting right there too.
Right. So that's what I mean. It's like Clemson or South Carolina wins that game, which they very well, the way they're playing, they're sneaking in this thing.
Yeah. Just looking at this thing, the way that Dion, that was the most coachingest coach in Dion. Like that was if that made me want Dion to be a coach at the team I like. His speech after that game was like,
oh Yeah.
That was
Got
like
rich.
a real speech. Like, hey, you guys.
Got rich on success.
Yeah. He had to try to bring him back down to earth. I mean, they got brought back down to earth, but
They got exposed a little bit because all Kansas did was line up and run the ball. That running back for Kansas had 200 and some odd yards.
yeah.
Saquon Barkley made me lose my fantasy game because he had 300 yards.
That's
I
brutal.
won
was
mine
up-
because of him.
I was up 30 points and he ran for 300 yards.
He's got PTSD. He's mentioned it like 5 times. I haven't even been home since like 4 o'clock. I've heard that already. Yeah. So,
I was right at 500 too. I was about to make the play. I was about to be in the bracket.
all right. So, what do you this weekend? I've got us all the way. I'm not going
I've got
to.
us.
I really don't have any doubts, and
Especially
we
to
may lose,
cover.
whatever. But I love this setup we got going into this. It
We're
feels so
12
good.
point underdog.
I love everything that's happened between the game Saturday and even the young kids coming out and yapping.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's just, you know, I don't know if you've seen it. Did you see the video of Hugh that came out today from last week?
Yeah.
Talking about Eugene Asante.
Yeah. About
Like,
playing for the future.
Yeah, that's pretty
I
awesome.
mean, I really feel like this team, through all the losses, you saw it Saturday.
Well, that's what.
They are here for each other.
And that's the difference between us and Tyler.
Right. And these freshmen coming out and speaking up, I think that it's just going to make everybody want to play harder.
Yeah, that's 100% what I think. And I think that adversity that battle tested them all year, as much as we hated it, has got them in a position for life success, honestly, the way he was coaching them up. But then you got across the ball, those guys they're there for themselves, and they're infighting and getting pissed off. It's everything I was hoping for.
I really love DeMarcus Riddick's interview.
I bet. But it was so funny. Jalen, don't even pretend like you don't know who he is.
Have y'all seen it? DeMarcus
he's
Riddick
taking
called Ryan Williams a nobody.
Yeah.
Or not a nobody. He said he's not a big time player. And then Jalen, and then he said that he's not going to let Jalen Milroe scramble because he's faster than Milroe, is what DeMarcus Riddick said. And then
that's been Riddick's thing the whole year since they started playing him, is that quarterback spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's been his MO.
And then Jalen Milroe said, "Who is he?"
No, I don't know who he is, except he's
in a photo with him.
Yeah, he was being driven around by Saban last year.
Yeah,
and a photo, ridiculous. Oh, nice. But so that could point to like somebody said, that's why you threw 3 interceptions, because you have no idea who's on the other side of the ball.
Yeah. That's why somebody said if Saban was the coach, you'd know his date of birth, you'd know everything about him.
Yeah.
Social security.
All right, so we got them. Anybody else got anything on that game? I just don't understand from being at. I don't know if it's just because we were at Texas A&M that it feels this good, but this week, and then add basketball. But then there's so many fans like that I know personally that are now saying, football's not that big of a deal. It is funny to watch that precipitous downfall. That they're really just like, I'm not really worried. I'm not really into watching the game. It's hilarious.
No, I think it just took. We've been close all year. Like, you've sat here and watched these games, and we've been in them. And even though we've made 100 mistakes, and then you have this A&M game where, we didn't make a bunch of mistakes. We didn't shoot ourselves in the foot. We had a little lull there in the second quarter that you felt that coming.
Yeah,
like you could literally feel it. And they answered the bell and finished it finally. And I think when you finally finish something that you haven't finished all year, it just gives you extreme confidence going into the next game.
Yeah, and then us playing for a bowl game this week is like that makes you want to win so much more.
Yeah, and all the supposed stars that we've been hearing about all year, they're the ones that are putting up the stats.
Yeah,
it's the Colemans and all that. Like, it's the guys you expect to do it have done it.
And how awesome was it that all the stars from the years in the future were the first ones with their feet on the field when rushing the field, except for somebody else that's in this group. I don't know if we can say, I don't know if legally we can say that other people that some people we know were on the field, but some people we know were on the field. We couldn't get that.
It was cool to see the recruits jumping out there though, man. That was awesome. Like they were across from us, so I didn't necessarily see that, but like to watch the video after the fact, man, it was pretty cool.
It was.
I mean, that game could
DeAndre Lamb
realistically go down. And I thought about this after the game ended. I gave my dog a heart attack.
Yes.
That game, with everything that happened and the people that were in attendance, you could look back as the biggest game. And I don't want to, overstep here, but it could be one of the biggest games in the history.
No, so that's what I don't know if you saw the Auburn football tweet today.
No.
The little video they had Batty and all that celebrating. That
yeah, I saw that.
What
Here, let me see.
What year is Brian Betty?
He would have been a senior this year. That would have been his senior night.
Dang.
Yeah, it's kind of stinks, man. But it's good to see him celebrating. Yeah.
Yeah.
You saw the video, yeah.
Yeah, I did.
That video makes it look like kick six, and this honestly, I mean, it's that big of a deal because finishing like this with that many people sitting in the stands that were sitting there, and then you had dudes tweeting out about Naheem Offord and Malik Autry.
So
I mean, it's like that's the dominoes everybody's been looking for all year. It's like they've been waiting. They wanted to commit, but they didn't want to do it on like in a bad,
in a loss,
in the middle of a skid.
Yeah, but you put all those kids in that atmosphere, and you have that experience of rushing the field.
Well, they get to experience a night game in there too, man, and that place was rocking.
Oh yeah,
it was so loud.
That place was rocking, man.
That's what I mean. Like you can look back on this in a couple of years and just talk, remember when it all flipped. Because I mean that's legit. Like it could have just flipped right there.
Yeah.
We could go to Tuscaloosa and win by 3 touchdowns. How about that?
I know we actually were trying. I think that's a real possibility, and we were actually trying to go, but still for 4 of us to go, it would cost $1,000.
And I use this theory a lot in this year, but we only lost to Oklahoma by 5 points?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they lost by 21?
And we scored more than 3.
And we scored, yeah.
So
it's just like you're at polar opposites with the two teams right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got a team that's eating its own. You got a team that's falling apart, not wanting to play as a team. They have nothing really to play for, or the way they look on the field, they act like they have nothing to play for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you have a team that's kind of finally got it together, and that's a dangerous mix, man.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
They're playing for each other and they're playing for you, and that's a lot. That's a lot more than those other guys aren't playing for. Like they have like you say, they have no reason. What's your reason?
I mean, we could have had I don't understand what happened this game. We ran the ball so much.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there was one drive. I think this is one of the biggest drives of the game when Jarquez, he had back-to-back 20-yard runs to put us into field goal range. That was that was a huge drive because we had just
shoe came off
because they tied us at 21 or 24.
Yeah, we rode him all the way back down the field.
Yeah, and then he had back-to-back 20-yard runs, and then we kicked a field goal that drive to go up 24-21.
I think that's when you kind of bulldozed that dude and got his bell rung.
Yes, he did. he had run through one tackle, and then he had lost the momentum and tried to get that other guy. But that other guy got him first.
Yes.
Another huge rivalry game. It's almost kind of the same thing, but Ohio State, Michigan. Did you see one of my least favorite people with this right here the victory formation with 39 seconds left, but they ran it in for a touchdown? Ryan Day.
That was after their running back busted one, and he went down at the 1. So he, like the running back, was doing the right
And they'll
thing.
run it and score. Ohio.
Right.
I think that was the quarterback. I don't think that was Ryan Day. I
I
think
haven't
that was
seen him
Willie.
clear it up, but
I think that because if you saw the quarterback and the way he was acting on the sideline after that game, he was putting down a cigarette because of Signetti. He kept on saying we Googled it and we won. Like and like he was yapping. So
that was awful. That was
It's just not a good look, no matter who it is.
no,
right.
no, and I can't stand Ryan Day already and Ohio State. But
I'm scared of what's going to happen to Michigan Saturday. I hate to say it.
1,000%. They're about to get
Because
beat off the field.
I don't know
they're
why,
coming
but
for blood.
Donovan
Yeah.
Edwards does not look.
Well, and
like
then
Donovan
so
Edwards
you
this
sent
year.
me
I don't know what happened.
the Dave Portnoy video today. That grossed me out. That was kind of gross.
That's just college football now.
Have you seen it, Rizzle, where he's talking about somehow when he kind of jokingly mentioned putting up money for a quarterback, and then one of the richest men in the world is married to a lady that graduated from Michigan, so she reached out and they talk about like buying this guy, but it's just Dave is so gross anyway. That just seeing him talk about it, and then just the way he talks about, I don't know, man. That was the grossest take on college football I've seen out of everything that's happened with NIL. Was just, and maybe it's because he's just so blatantly putting it out there in a disgusting way.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a modern day slave trade, man, if you really want to think of it that way, because they are buying people.
Yeah. It was gross. It made me. I wish that guy wasn't around Michigan football, or just would shut up about it, honestly. Because he's just on and on about it. I couldn't figure out. In part of that video, some of those people were covering their faces. I couldn't figure out why they were doing that. But the rest of the people
Probably just didn't want to be. Probably didn't want to be known, man.
Yeah, it was awful.
This is off topic.
They
but
probably knew how. Go ahead,
has
go.
Naeem said anything about Auburn, or
No.
just not?
No,
He posted like him from the game on his Instagram, but he hasn't said anything.
Yeah, he said last week he's deciding on decision day. So
yeah.
Big. When is signing day?
the 5th, I think.
Next Tuesday.
So
Is
the
it next
3rd.
Tuesday?
So hype. What time is it? I really hope I'm not at school for that.
It starts at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning. Like, it's early.
Yeah, it starts early because of East Coast kids.
Yep.
Said he hopes he's not in school for that.
Yep.
You have to go back to the orthodontist.
Yeah, might have to call out. Might have to call out, Co.
Have 2 tests on that day.
Hey, so I don't think there's a way for me to look or us to see each other's picks after the week, is there?
After the week, or go to. I'm gonna get real close to my phone now.
Go to standings.
Weekly finish summary. Is that what we're looking for?
Yeah, there it is. And then just click on the name.
Oh, you can click on the name? I can't. I can click on.
No, there's a way to. You talking about looking at last week's rankings?
Well, no, like to see like what you picked and what I picked, because I picked a fair amount of over-unders.
I know there's a way too. You have to
Come on, for last
sign
week?
out.
Yeah,
It's
last week.
whenever you like sign on to it.
So go to picks.
It'll tell you like standings or.
And then, because there's a way, like when you're go to your picks, where it says my picks.
It's funny. I could give you an eye exam right now.
No. So this is this week though. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's this week. Yeah.
So when you make your picks, there's a drop down box at the top that you can toggle between everybody's picks.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's what I was looking at Saturday night when I said it's down to me and you.
Well, I was watching our scores. Yeah.
I had already counted up everybody's.
The way I did it, what does that little waffle thing do in the top left?
Waffle.
To office ball.
That's the menu. That's for a whole lot of other stuff. Well, anyway, we'll figure that out.
Almost hit the over under on the button.
Yeah, I know that's what got me. I think we were 10 points apart on the over under.
What'd you put, like 42 or something?
Yeah,
And I had
something like
50,
that.
53, 52, and it hit
That game
53.
was crazy. We were watching it at work, and I was like, "This is gonna go over what I had." Because I mean, that was a good game. I like that.
Yeah.
The War of the Harballs.
How about that basketball game last night, though? Let's get on to
Yeah.
that.
Dude, that
I
was
just forgot about it. I
insane.
didn't watch it. I really wish I did. I forgot about it though.
I did not plan on staying up, and I stayed up way past my bedtime.
Barner told me
Yeah.
about it earlier today
Yeah.
Dude, it was
on
legit,
the
man.
way home.
I was frustrated at the beginning, man. We went down and then we went on that little run and then we just went cold again and they went on a run of like 10 and I was like, God, that may be it.
Well, they
But
could not miss in the first half. They were hitting
no,
everything.
that rim on
Who
the
was
right
the
was janky last night.
That's what's always said.
Dude, that was a janky rim on that right side because even Iowa State, when they were going that way in the second half, they had some issues.
Yeah.
who was who was the big time player for that game for Auburn?
Chad
Brim
Baker,
and Chad Baker.
but he was also the worst player a couple times because he did Chad
Yeah.
Baker things.
Yeah.
But the whole team changed when he came on the floor, man.
Oh yeah,
Like,
he got hurt in the first half. He banged knees with a dude
Oh,
and had to leave.
dude,
And
I
I
thought he
think
blew
that's
his
kind
like
of when we were
ACL.
that's kind of when we were making our run. And then they made a run to finish the half, and then he came out in the second half and dotted a three in some dude's face, and it was just on from there.
yeah. So they play tonight versus North Carolina. Is that right?
Yeah, I ain't making that one.
At 10 p.m.
I'm gonna put it on. I can't promise I'll be able to stay awake through the whole thing.
I'll have it on my phone whenever I'm playing video games.
Yeah.
Oh, UConn lost again today. They've lost two in a row out there.
Dang.
Dude, yeah, man, Danny
Danny,
Hurley. Oh my
dude,
god.
he
Woo.
went off again, man. It's not a good look.
Yes. His coach is having to hold him back, like physically hold him back.
I know, but I called that the move you do when you know somebody's gonna hold you back is what I thought he was doing. He was like, "Yeah, I would, I'll do all that talking if there's a dude that's in between."
In between
Right.
us.
But
But
it's still a bad look. Like,
oh, totally. He looks awful out there. I wish somebody would really take him up on his offer. I mean, I don't know that I've seen a coach say, what did he say? Retarded something and bitch ass. I was like,
yeah, he called him a bitch ass.
he called somebody a retard too. Like hard.
I mean,
hard.
he had every right to be upset with the foul call, but you don't act
But
like
there's
that.
a
Like that
there's
was
a way
a
to
legit.
handle it.
No, yeah, I agree completely. It was a horrible call. You know, his dude got the rebound over a shorter guy, and they called over the back. And then today, the tables were turned, and his guy got over the back, and they didn't call it, and it was a legit over the back. So but I mean, you don't act like that, like he did. So
I'm looking at the Maui Invitational bracket. I do not understand this though.
Why?
It's so I don't know. It doesn't look weird. It looks.
I think if we win today, we play Colorado or Memphis tomorrow.
What does it say? Okay, when you look at
Here it is. Here it is. I understand it now. Alright. So it says alright. So tomorrow, if we win this game, we play Memphis or Michigan State. Are either of those teams even ranked?
Memphis hadn't lost.
Michigan State lost to Kansas, right?
I don't know.
I don't remember on that one.
Wait,
I
what?
would still
Why did
think
you
Michigan
look at
State.
No. If we win this, then we'll play the winner of this game. Will play
of Memphis, Michigan State.
And Memphis beat Michigan State.
This bracket is confusing.
Memphis beat Michigan State.
I think I saw that.
I was watching it earlier. I didn't. When I was watching it, wasn't final. Colorado beat UConn. Let's see, Creighton, Texas.
I feel like
It's a very weird
Danny
bracket.
Hurley would call me a retard right now because it's like I can't figure out what's happening.
It's a weird bracket. So what I think it is, Dad, in the middle,
Just playing
or
outwards.
Barner, in the middle, it's the first.
That's the games that started are in the middle and it's going
Yeah.
out.
And it goes like out.
Loser's bracket goes left. Winner's bracket goes right.
Yeah.
Woofy.
If you win, you go to the right. If you win,
Did they change brackets since the last time I saw a bracket?
Yeah, it's a very weird. You want to share it to the screen?
Yeah,
Dad?
so we'll win. Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, so we'll play the winner of Michigan State and Memphis if we win.
Memphis, I think, right?
I don't know. That's why they play the game.
They already played earlier.
We just have to focus on North Carolina right now, guys.
Yeah, that is true.
I don't know.
Yeah, they beat Michigan State 71-63.
North Carolina's focused on finding a new football coach.
Yeah, somebody said Rhett Lashley today, and that's a pretty good one.
I don't know that you want to leave SMU. There's so much money being pumped into that place.
I mean, I don't understand why you leave half the places people leave for what people would call a better job. Because at this point, they're all just.
I mean, if you go into the ACC and win the ACC your first year, why do you want to go to a lesser ACC school?
Yeah.
It's a basketball school.
Yep. Did you see Bruce Pearl say that we're a football school? That's pretty funny.
Yes.
Yeah, and then Hugh Freeze came out after the win last night, said something too.
Yeah. All right. Let's look at these numbers real quick, which are back to these. Spread Ohio State, Michigan's 20. Just throwing things out there real quick. Tennessee, Vandy, 11.5.
I took Tennessee on that one.
South Carolina, Clemson. It's basically a pick 'em.
Pretty sure I took Clemson on that. Yeah, I took Clemson.
Yeah, and I have not done mine yet. Of course, I will be right there.
Hey, you set the deadline for Saturday. You need to make the deadline for Friday because a couple of those games are on Friday.
Yeah, I know, and I need to check the settings because I thought it was supposed to be for the first game that is first game that's played on the pick. Is it still? I didn't see where I'll fix it. I'll put my technical team on it.
I think that Georgia game could be closer than.
I didn't touch that one. I got scared on that one because Georgia Tech.
And Georgia Tech plays people tough.
Yeah, and it depends on which Carson Beck shows up.
And you never know with that rivalry game either, man. They've had some weird ones.
Yeah.
I want to see the Florida State game. I really want to see that.
I saw a video.
They're saying that there's going to be more Gators and Seminoles in the crowd Saturday in Tallahassee.
I'm sure, and I want to see Florida just finish that, just wax them.
Yeah,
finish
DJ Lagway he's playing amazing.
Like, I'm a fan of their whole arc this season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like their uniform, so
I'll pull for good people when they show up. Oregon's got it easy. And Texas A&M. Texas should beat the crap out of Texas A&M.
I didn't touch that one though. I think I might have taken the over.
I mean, 5.5 is a crazy spread on that game.
Well, Quinn's banged up. They're doing MRIs on Quinn.
Have y'all seen the rumors of Quinn Ewers transferring?
Yes.
No, I've heard. I haven't read anything. I've just heard people that are basically as qualified as I am.
I saw a thing. It was just a clip of all of the review of all the interceptions Milroe threw that game, and in captions it said Milroe was seeing ghosts.
Yeah. Seeing ghosts or not seeing the other team. I don't know which one it was.
Dude, he had a quarterback rating of 15.
Jesus. 15? He threw 2 pick sixes though, right?
Huh?
Yeah, 3 total.
Yeah,
3 total interceptions, 2 pick sixes. And his overall QB rating was 15.
What was Peyton Thorne's? Probably like 150 something.
It was
I
up
can't
there. I don't think
figure
it was. I don't think it was that high,
I mean,
but
we had
I'll go
a
look it up.
300-yard passer, a 100-yard rusher, and 200-yard receivers.
Yeah, I guess a top 15 team.
Appreciate Nick Saban giving us the free social
Oh.
media usage.
I freaking love it too, man.
When he said the stadium was cursed
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's haunted.
at nighttime, haunted.
One of my favorite people came out saying, "I can't even get into it."
I don't
pissed me off.
dislike Saban anymore now that he's not coaching Bama.
Him and McAfee are awesome on there.
He doesn't talk smack about Auburn every week, so
He didn't talk smack when he coached Auburn. He just beat us.
Yeah, just beat
Yeah.
the crap out of us.
he didn't need to. So
He had a quarterback rating of 77.
that's it.
I
He
think
threw that one
college quarterback
interception.
ratings are different than NFL, Cohen.
Yeah, but he also threw that one interception. So
And also, I'm probably used to my college football 25 quarterback having a 350 passer rating every game. So
Brag.
average is like 5 touchdowns a game and 400.
All I remember from college football is you losing to Riz.
I would like to run that back.
I don't
Yeah, let's
think you
run
can
that
really
back.
talk.
You need to run it back.
I wonder what that
You can
quarterback
you
rating
can
was
ask
and when we
Barner.
played.
Whenever me and Barner play,
Yeah.
North Carolina, that quarterback is not the star of that football.
Hey, man, I got time this week. It's Thanksgiving.
He said, "I've got time."
Yeah, this week I do.
Catch these hands.
I got an
Yeah,
extra couple of days.
pick up them sticks.
But no, I love that he said it was haunted. There was a couple of people that thought it was dumb, and it's just for interactions or whatever. But oh yeah, we're going to take away from the players, and we're going to take away from the hard work they did, and we're gonna this is just dumb.
Auburn fans even say that weird things happen at Jordan Hare Stadium.
Yeah, well,
this
was a large Auburn account, but I'll give you one guess on who it was. But Fiji just feeds off negativity, but it's just an awful take. I love it. I mean, it's like saying Death Valley. You shouldn't say that it's like hard to play there, taken away from the players. Yeah, that's awesome. And then look what happened.
The prayer and Jordan Hare wasn't players. That was
a legit bop.
That was voodoo.
Yeah.
That was bad defense. The kick six was bad defense.
Yeah,
that was getting out coached.
So many times.
They
could have shoved. That was some of the worst pursuit angles I've ever seen. They could have
because they had offensive linemen in there against some special teams players.
The big slows were in. We were planning different. Have you never watched the documentary on that where Chris Davis is back there telling the referee what he's thinking, and the referee's like, "You can't jump. Make sure you don't jump. You just have to catch it." Yeah, there's a whole. It's pretty short, but it's a really good explanation of exactly everything that went down, and it's a good one. I'll show it to you. Well, that's all I got. Anybody else got anything?
No, we're peaking though. Just riding into the weekend.
Oh, and this past weekend, I mean, I know, ran into Rizzo. We hung out for a while, and then I met some other people off of Twitter we all never met before, and maybe because of that. But that was the most Auburn family thing. That whole weekend was the most Auburn family thing I've ever seen. But even from everywhere, even Tumors was kind of chill for everything that just happened. It was very family oriented. It was really cool.
They're all on the field.
Yeah, that's true.
until about 12 o'clock.
That's a good point.
About 12 o'clock, it was so packed at Tumors that we were trying to walk back to the car to drive home, and it was just slammed.
Yeah,
it was packed.
It was like swimming upstream.
Talking about storming the field, did you see Kenny Dillingham lose his absolute mind on the referee after that chaos at Arizona State?
Oh,
I
I
didn't
missed
see that part. I was watching the chaos on my phone in the game.
my
You need to find the video of Kenny. Absolutely. So they're reviewing the 1 second thing about putting it back on the clock, and he's standing next to the referee, and all the fans are behind him, and he looks psycho. Like
All the
the
fans
look
sit
in
back.
his the look in his eyes was just like he was ready to punch that referee.
Man, if BYU scored that last touchdown, oh
Oh,
my
God.
god.
Let me see if let me see this.
That would have been that would
But
have gone down in history as like the worst thing ever. Because they stormed the field early and then lost.
dude.
but
How
Dillingham's post
embarrassing.
game press conferences are just promos. Like if you listen to them about spending, spend the money at Arizona State, get the players here, pay the players. Like that's all he talks about.
Yeah, I missed what you were saying there because I was listening to this video. I was trying to pull it up. You talking about the one where he's got the rest in front of him and the crowd is literally standing on top of him?
Yes.
Yeah, and then I mean, like it was crazy because we were sitting in the upper deck, and because they just put it up on the big screen, I was like, "What was that?" I pulled it up, and watching their players scream at their fans to get off the field and get back. That was the craziest looking thing, man.
And then they didn't even get everybody off the field. They just made enough room for them to play.
Yeah, they were.
Well, that's what they did at Ole Miss a couple weekends ago.
Is it this one where
They
he's
stormed the field 16 seconds early.
That's one of the angles, but that's the video. There's another angle from like right next to him.
No, 1 second.
Right there. Go back.
Oh wait, I think I saw his face right there.
Yeah.
All right, let's play.
People coming. It's just going to get harder to get out of there. And this is when we have our very viral scene. There's a lot of videos from inside the huddle. Here's the lip reading. This sucks. He goes, "This is bullshit. No, we're not taking the field. You tell him, coach. The game is over. The game is over."
Okay, that guy's video is pretty funny.
And that's Kenny's wife right next to him.
Is
Oh,
it
is it?
Video,
right
yeah,
there?
that
Back
video
there?
starts. That's his
Screaming
wife
right here?
right there. No. If you go back.
That lady
No,
looks like
if you go
a
back.
woman?
Keep no. Right there.
Back, or
No, right there. Right where you started. The first right there. Right there.
Anxiety or
that
panic
head
attack
just-
to me like he is trapped.
holy.
I don't even like going to the mall during the holidays. I can't imagine being stuck in the middle of this and in the middle of all these kids who are like touching
So
you
that
and
girl
yelling
right
for you.
there next to him is that right there. Yes,
Right
that's
here.
his wife while he's going bonkers.
He's yelling at them. You guys got to get the hell out of here. Go. Get out of here. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I wish.
She's like, I've seen that look before.
Yeah.
Dang.
If I were you guys, I would back up.
All right. Go to your room.
So they're excited.
It's gonna make you fall down the stairs.
Then they put the field goal post back up
Yeah,
They're screaming. They got to put the field
they
goal
had to
back
put it
up.
back up.
They,
on themselves.
it's pretty good. Do they get it back up?
And then one of the players was just losing his mind, and then they
They
almost
completed it.
pulled it off.
Yeah.
Big important game versus ASU. All right. Retzloff's got it, drops back, comes forward in the pocket. He's going to get the throw off. Is it down? Does he have a guy? He's got a guy. It lands short.
Yeah.
They do not get.
That was rough for the receiver. I don't know why he caught it like that though. He
Well, I
fell
mean,
after touching it.
I think the guy was pulling him down from behind, and he was trying to reach back and get it over the line. I guess it's all right to pull up people's YouTube stuff and use it like that. I don't know. It makes it more fun.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yep.
When more than 10 people. If any one of the 10 people that watch this tell on us, I'm going to know it's I got a
We know
10% chance of figuring it out. All right. Well, I guess we'll head into Thanksgiving, do the picks. I'll change the date on that and tweet it out. We picked up a few more people this week, too. don't think people understood originally that it was everybody could join it, but we did pick up a few more. And the trash talk, people are doing the trash talk thing.
I don't understand it. I looked at it.
I saw that one person say, "Now that I know how to do this, y'all are in trouble." I'm like,
Yeah, that's Savannah. She's hilarious. She's very funny.
what do I get for winning?
Do what?
What's my trophy?
A free night on the podcast.
Oh my God.
Somebody mute that kid.
Yeah. T-shirt, polo, we got all of it. We got all the stuff. You tell me. You tell me.
I'm not worried about it.
All right. Well, cool. We'll do the pick thing and then get back together after we beat Alabama. Hey, do scores. Do it. Score. What do you think? Score.
Alabama or
yeah,
what?
Iron Bowl.
31-17.
Ooh.
Okay, that's 31 points for Auburn. You know, we just scored 42, but that was in 4 overtimes.
Well, yeah, the last 2 scores counted for 4 points.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking it's going to be a little closer. I'm hoping that we can.
I'm riding the wave. I'm riding the wave.
But I feel like Milroe's going to be a little better passer this game than he was. But we got good DBs. So so you got 31-7.
Oh.
10. I said 17.
17. All right, and then I was close to that. I was around the 28 for Auburn, but I do feel like maybe 28-21.
Dude,
I think we'll kick a field goal.
That is literally what I just wrote down. Where's my
And that's the magic trick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 28. You did 28-21. I'll do 28-17.
Okay. All right, Simone.
Oh dear.
You had 10 minutes to think about this.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't figure it out.
He
I
said, "Hold on, let me."
I thought 31 points was a little steep, but then we looked good last week.
Defensive battle?
No.
3-2.
I will have to.
I'll say 27-20.
Okay.
Wait, no.
That's like the Price is Right. That's like saying
34-20 because I did pick over on the spread.
Okay, 34-20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see what was that one?
11.5.
Yep. Over under is 51.5. So how close were we? You were 31-17. You actually were dead on at 51.
Me?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. Okay.
what can I
All
say?
right. There you go. So what did you go with? You didn't go with that Price is Right $1. What was your final one?
Me?
Yeah.
31-17.
What?
34-17. My bad.
I've heard that before.
All right. I'm going to rewind it and write all these down. All right. I'll post this thing and then we'll do the Thanksgiving thing. Y'all have a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah, y'all have a good one, man. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Yep. Merry Christmas.
Epic win at Jordan had, but now we have to change gears.